can you tell me a little bit about where you were at with the business before we met?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I felt like before we'd met, I had just started to figure out kind of pricing, how to create my offer. And then I was moving on to the next problem of like, okay, I have an offer that's working, but I need enough leads.
Yeah, no, that's a problem like so many people face, isn't it? And like, where were you getting your leads from before we met?
Primarily, before I met you, I was mostly Google onto the website or referrals. We were getting a lot of referrals as well. But I felt like in order to grow the business, we needed more leads. And so that was like the next limiting factor. And that's when we started to talk.
Yeah, because from the start, you've always spoken about growing the business, haven't you? And as a dog trainer, there's only so many hours you have to train.
Absolutely.
And I think you've always been very clear that you want to take the business beyond just you.
Absolutely.
And that was a big goal, wasn't it, about bringing in more leads to allow for that to happen?
Yeah, I basically got to the point where, well, maybe that's not true actually. I was able. Maybe when I met you, actually, I was still kind of filling my calendar a bit, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Really, and then after a little while, I got to a point where I can't even put anyone anywhere, you know. And for example, we just had some hot weather. Then rescheduling people was difficult because my calendar is like blocked out. So now, because we've been getting a lot more people coming into the business, we're able to start employing other dog trainers so that we can start filling their calendars, and I can actually start having a bit more time to do more marketing activities and stuff like that as well.
Nice. What difference is that going to make for you?
Massive difference, because I start to feel like I'm making that shift between just being a dog trainer and starting to be like an operator of a business.
Sweet. It's like actually working on the business, just not just in it. Okay.
Yeah, and I was actually very conscious, like that's where I needed to go. But it's trying to solve problems, isn't it? And you know, it is a bit nerve-wracking when, look, I knew I had the problem, but it's like, well, how do I solve the problem? Everyone has a solution, isn't it, when you go online? It's like, you know, some people are going to be like Google, some people are going to say offline, do like offline stuff. Everyone has a different way of doing things.
What made you go for the flywheel?
I mean, I think it's ironic because obviously this is the system you've now taught me, which I'm implementing is the same system that got me into your world. But yeah, I started to see your ads, and then you were reaching out to me, and I think you caught me at the right time where I was like, yeah, I need this to solve this problem. I know that there are other people that have done incredible things using social media. And so, yeah, I wanted to give that a go. But it's so daunting, isn't it? I mean, it's not like I hadn't tried things before. Like I've been on Facebook Ad Manager before I met you, and it's really confusing in the beginning, and you just don't know. Also, because you've not got someone sat next to you, you don't know if you're doing it right or not. You know, you're just trying to follow YouTube guides.
And there are so many, and like, it's not to say that one person's right or wrong. Like, they're probably all right, but if you start taking little bits from each person, it's not going to work. Like, it's just finding that strategy that you stick to.
I think more than anything, to be honest, Jake, I just needed the push.
Yeah.
To like just get started and start doing stuff. And of course, having you there, kind of like a mentor, really, to be honest, to guide me through the ads and then also content creation, has made a giant difference. I also find myself making a lot more organic content just because we're kind of in that like flow of it a little bit more.
It just works. Like, the more content we produce, like, the better results we're going to get. And I can make you as much content as you need, but yeah, if you're adding to it, it's always going to get better. Okay. I think the question that people want to know, what's it done for you? What business has it brought in for you? Where are we at in terms of numbers? Very aware we're on month 3 shoot right now, aren't we? So yeah, where are we at?
So what's that? So like I mean, we have generated 12 grand in just sales.
Can we say that again? Because I think the wind got a bit heavy.
Okay.
Just give it 2 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry.
You tell me when you want me to go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we've generated 12 grand in sales, but I'm also conscious of the fact that we have a bunch of leads to follow up on. So like real numbers probably going to be quite significantly more than that, like maybe 16, 17 grand.
Okay.
Yeah, of like generated sales. Like you said, we're in month 3, so.
All through Instagram.
And to be honest, there was a delay even in that, because you say month 3, but you know, our ads didn't start going out really for the first month. So it's probably actually quite, and obviously we're shooting month 3, so it's actually probably significantly less than that.
It's been quite a quick return then, really.
Yeah, very, very quick return. Definitely made my money back very quickly.
Okay.
And that gave me a huge amount of confidence. And
yeah, speaking of confidence, like, how do you, like, you already use social media and use it well. Like, where's your confidence at with content and ads and social media now?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that? With your
Yeah, I feel a lot more confident in terms of the kind of content to make.
Yeah.
You know, also like just little things like seeing how you're scripting stuff, stuff that I've never played with before or done anything like that. Obviously, you've shown me how you're setting up ads and stuff like that, so I understand that a lot better now.
Yeah, how have you found that? Because for me, it's really important that I'm not just doing it and that we do it together and you get that skill set. Like, what's that been like for you?
I found it surprisingly simple.
Okay.
Like once you walked me through it, it seemed surprisingly simple. I thought it was going to be really complicated.
Yeah.
And actually it was like, oh, okay, that's not
it's the messaging.
Complicated.
Like, it all comes down to the messaging at the end of the day.
Okay. Yeah, and just knowing what buttons to press, really. You know, and understand, like, I kind of knew the concept of things like retargeting. Like, I know, hey, you should retarget.
Yeah.
But, like, understanding, well, how do I actually do that in Ads Manager and stuff like that is good to know.
Retargeting was interesting because, well, you said, like, what happened once we got that going?
I felt like retargeting made a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we were just running the initial ads, which was going well anyway. Like, at that point, I wasn't even really in a rush to retarget, you know, because, like, that was working.
Yeah.
But then I found once we added in the retargeting, like, that really took off. And I actually saw, like, a lot of people coming to my Instagram after the retargeting.
Yeah. It's like, bring them in, and then we just give them more and more information. Just that flywheel keeps on spinning.
And I feel like we have a lot. I feel like we've done unbelievably well, and we still have so many levers we can pull.
So many more to go. Do you know how many followers we've got?
I don't know exactly, but I would guess. Do you mean like in general overall?
New followers.
I reckon
I've got the number here.
All right, go on, go ahead.
I looked at it earlier. So, like, whilst I find this, like, has your attitude to followers changed since we started working together?
One thing I've realized, because I think a lot of people, they think like, oh, in order to make money through Instagram, you need like hundreds of thousands of followers. And actually, that's like not the truth at all. I actually think I care a lot less about followers now than I probably did before. Because I feel like you can make a lot of money with not many followers.
No, and like, we're bringing in really ideal customers, aren't we? People who are actually interested in what you do. So rather than like these vanity follows, like, we're bringing in real leads. That's
the difference though, what you just said, because I think most people just think of a follow as a vanity metric, and they don't think of every follower as a lead. And you taught me that.
That's been a mindset shift, hasn't it?
I never would have. You know, I've got email lists and email marketing lists, etc., and I think of them as leads. But I'd never taken that mindset and put it on Instagram and thought, do you know what, every follower is actually a lead that could be a potential sale. I just thought, oh, there's someone else that's going to see my content.
So we got 605 new leads since we started.
Nice.
Which is a good number. And like, you couldn't cope with 605 customers. So like,
no.
We just want to keep giving them the best information we can and retarget them. And eventually they'll come through at different points.
Yeah.
There is one more thing that I think really stood out that you spoke to me about, was the people that come through the flywheel.
Oh, yeah.
And the inquiries. Like, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, that was a kind of a weird thing. I remember messaging you about it because I feel like there's almost like a little bit of a local celebrity effect when you start running the local ads, and some of the clients that you get through that, like, it's kind of weird and it feels strange to talk about, but when you turn up and they're kind of like, they're kind of like looking and talking to you like you're like a celebrity or something, and it's really strange. But I think it's probably similar to like what used to happen when people would, oh, that person's been on TV.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing. And even though it's Instagram, I don't know, there's something that makes it like that kind of like, oh, that's that person from I don't know, there's
it's really cool because they've like come through for the ad, which is speaking to them on such a personal level of what they need. So like, you know, they're worried about their dog being reactive. And then you're just turning up daily like through retargeting and organic, as this person who potentially could solve their problem. You're speaking from like a place of authority and trust. So yeah, it compounds, and they really start to buy into you as a person.
Well, the importance of that as well is like, because like you said, they're bought in from the beginning, so they're literally just the best customers.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to try to convince them to do anything. You know, they're fully committed to the process of the dog training. They're fully up for, okay, yeah, I want to get the package. I want to sort this out with my dog. It's not like some difficult sales conversation. It's just everything just goes smoothly. Versus someone coming in from even like Google.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get someone from Google, they don't necessarily know you as much.
They're price shoppers from Google.
Yeah, a lot of times, and they've just picked you off a list. And maybe they picked you off a list just because like, oh, I just like your website more.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think there's the same level of relationship as someone coming through social media, and that just means you end up getting a much better experience with the customer and a much easier sales process.
Do people need websites now?
I don't think websites matter that much, honestly.
No?
Especially, I said to you earlier, like, I feel like if for some reason our website got deleted tomorrow, it wouldn't make a giant difference. Whereas actually, before we started doing this, Jake, I probably would have made a really like, I would probably be panicking.
Yeah.
You know?
Now it's if your ads go down.
Yeah.
No, but what a shift, because people spend so long tweaking their websites, and yeah, we don't need it anymore. You're renewing.
Yeah.
How
That's a good point as well. Yeah, obviously
So when we started, we were looking at 3 months together, and we're only just about to put month 3 content out. What made you want to renew?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a, I don't know. I only really care about the numbers. I just wanted to see a return on investment, and the return on investment has been amazing, Jake. So, like, it's kind of a bit of a no-brainer to continue. Yeah. And like, there is part of you, of course, that goes to the end and thinks, oh, okay, could I try and do this on my own? But I don't think I would do, even though you've shown me how to do it all.
Yeah.
Firstly, I don't think I would do nearly as good of a job. And secondly, having you on board kind of forces me to keep going and keep doing it.
Yeah.
And also, I know that there's so much you can still teach me with regards to all of the different ways to use ads and different ad sets and stuff like that we've spoken about. So, yeah, it's just a no-brainer for me. The return on it's paying for itself and way more. So, like, why wouldn't I keep going?
Nice. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about just reaching out for a conversation?
Yeah, I think for me, that's when I did the sales call with you initially. I was like, that's what I was worried about. Like, oh, if I pay this, am I going to get my money back?
Yeah.
For me, the difference has been, I've made so much more money than I've given you. That's the truth of it, Jake.
So you're happily renewing then? No, and like you said, we got so many levers we can pull on. There's so much more content. We're going to look at long form. It's just like, how can we keep on scaling? Because you're really good at what you do. And it's really fun working with you. Because, like, you just sell yourself. I'm just here to help you amplify your voice, let people who didn't know about you find out about you, and then you just do all the work. And it's such a good setup, I think.
No, I'm really excited, honestly, for continuing and also looking at the other options, like going into different media channels and stuff. Yeah. Like, I think that's going to be really cool.
Sweet. So. Right, we better stop because you need to get back to the football. So do I, but Nick's really keen. Cheers, Steve. Cool. That's wicked. You laughing was fucking hilarious.
Well, it's quite funny, isn't it?